to the celebration of Larry Itliong Day! If you haven't already helped yourself, we do have pan dulce, coffee, champurrado. We have a whole bunch of exhibitions to check out later. I am the MC, I guess, this morning. I am presiding over this part of the program. My name is Robin Magalit Rodriguez. I'm the founder and director of the Carlos Bulosan Center for Filipinx Studies, based at UC Davis. And we are so honored to be here to kick off this exciting, incredibly amazing, and packed day of celebration. But before we start the formal program, we need to, of course, start with a land acknowledgement, because we are all arrivants. Many of us here are arrivants to this land. And so I call forward Morning Star Gali to lead us in a land acknowledgement. Morning Star.
Chimisanwi relatives, I want to ask at this time for our elders and our relatives to come up on stage with us. Many of them have been traveling very far distances all over the northern, central, and southern parts of the state over these last couple of weeks, between California Indian Day, also known as California Native American Day, to Indigenous Peoples Day, to Thanksgiving in November. This is an extremely busy time of the year for us, and we're very honored to be here with all of you. I want to extend a special thank you to Mari and to Art and to everyone that welcomed us here as guests here on our Yokut relatives' territories. And so we acknowledge the local tribes and acknowledge that they have never ceded the territories of the Tachi Yokuts of our Tule River relatives. And as a child, I spent a lot of time going to Tule River to our youth and elders gatherings and having that opportunity to just be able to disconnect, to be out on the land, to be able to sweat, to swim in the rivers. And so to be back here this morning, to be here with all of you in such a beautiful celebration and showing of solidarity. I'm here today in honor of my Ilocano grandfather, Isidro Gali Sr., and my father, Isidro Gali Jr., and my uncle that's here on the stage with me. They're all farm workers, and we recognize the indigeneity of one another, that my Ilocano grandfather and my Pit River Ajumawi grandmother recognized the familiarity within one another's faces, that they were non-English speaking, but we say they spoke a language of love, and they were married and had 6 boys and raised their children in Half Moon Bay, where my uncle and my relatives worked out in the fields with many of your relatives there. And so we feel that connection today, we feel that solidarity. And so in honor of all of our families, in honor of all of our ancestors, in honor of all those that work the land and continue to provide the food that we eat on a daily basis, we are here to honor all of you. We are here to pray with you. We are here to plant these roots and grow these seeds of justice and of liberation for all of our communities. And so in acknowledgement of our Yokuts relatives that never ceded their land, in honor of the center that will now prosper in serving the community, we are so grateful to all of you, and we thank you for being here. It's a responsibility for all of us as guests on this land to steward the land, to caretake the land, and to nurture and grow the food that we will continue to eat. And so we thank all of you for being here. And so I'm going to ask for our Uncle Wounded Knee here to offer a prayer. We would like to offer that there is the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women's and Relatives Healing Lodge, and you may have seen in the news that the residential schools are finding mass graves, that the boarding schools throughout California and all through Turtle Island, that there, there's visibility that is happening in what was silenced for so long. And so our relatives are here to offer this healing lodge, to offer that prayer. And so we're grateful to all of you for being here, and I thank all of them for being here today. So, Uncle Wounded.
I'm going to offer the prayer to our earth people. We are earth people. We are all protected by the Great Spirit and the Creator. No matter what religion you come from, we're going to pray. Pray in your own way. Pray in your own way. It's a great honor to be here, to see my grandma, Dolores Huerta, and the Attorney General's mother, who is standing here. It's a great honor to be here. So we're going to call on the Creator to watch over us. Thank you, Creator, for giving us a beautiful day. We call on you to watch over us as earth people. We ask you to give us the water that we need to survive here on Mother Earth. Without water, nothing survives on this earth. We come here to deliver a message that all life is sacred. All life is sacred. Thank you, grandfathers and grandmothers, and to all our ancestors, and to all our ancestors who are in the spirit world, who are watching us. And what are you going to do when you're on this earth? So thank you for a good day. Thank you for everything that you give us, the water, the air, the fire, and Mother Earth that gives us everything that we need to survive here on Mother Earth as earth people. Oh, Mataki, I'll say Mado. Thank you. Oh, no, this is my friend Bruce. He had traveled with me many, many places. This is my friend Norman Sands, working on murdered missing indigenous women. And you met Morning Star and her daughter, and Norman Sands' sister, and my friend Roberto, who traveled with me on a 500-mile spiritual run. It's our 46th year running for you all people in life. And Danny back there, my friend, he's a 500-mile runner.
So thank you, Wounded, and we say all life is sacred, that every step is a prayer, and so all throughout the territories here, all throughout the territories of our tribal lands up in Pitt River, and they run 500 miles, and so acknowledging all of the runners that are here today, and acknowledging all of you, and continuing to carry that message that every step is a prayer. And so we invite you, as the Healing Lodge is put up, to come up, and we have some medicine here to help to offer in cleansing, and there's some gifts here that our relatives are offering today. So tolokwaitu.com, all my relations, and again, Sasulai, thank you.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. Thank you, kapatid, sister, sibling, Morning Star. Again, we're here to celebrate to celebrate Larry Itliong Day with the Central Valley Empowerment Alliance. And before I introduce the Central Valley Empowerment Alliance, let's take this off. I do want to acknowledge all of the people who are here supporting and have made this possible. I want to start with, of course, the Filipino American National Historical Society Delano. We're going to be taking the rest of this program to Fons Delano, the Balusan Center for Filipino Studies. We have, of course, our movement, Mama, Grandmother Dolores Huerta is here joining us today. We have the Larry Itliong family, Johnny, Patty, and Haley are here. Thank you, of course, so much for being here. The Al Rojas family, Desiree Rojas is here. We have the office, representatives from the office of course, the Attorney General, Rob Bonta, including his mama, who's here. State Treasurer Fiona Mai is here. Representatives from Senator Melissa Hurtado's office. Members of the staff of the Assembly Member Mia Bonta is here. Kingsburg City Council Member Jewel Hurtado is here. Hey, Community Service District Board Arturo Rodriguez, of course, is here. Presente. Morning Star, of course. Assembly Member Rudy Salas's office. We have the President of Porterville College. Patricia, is it Patricia? I'm sorry. Claudia. I can't read my own writing. Horrible. Claudia Beeb, thank you so much for being here. Movement artist David Bacon, Adam Perez, also here, and many, many more representatives from the Assembly, from local city councils, the county. So many, many people have made this possible, and if I did not recognize you, the mask is challenging for me to see people. We do recognize all of the collective efforts needed to make something like this happen. I do want to introduce the Central Valley Empowerment Alliance Board of Directors. The CVEA Board of Directors include our dear Ruth Martinez, Roberto De La Rosa, Johnny Landau, Daniel Romero, I saw you here, yay! Michelle Paraset, Cynthia Bonta, Mari Perez. Of course, Mari along with Arturo are really the heart and soul of CVEA, and really, I don't know if you slept, Mari, at all in the last 5 weeks, but we know you and Arturo are the heart and soul of this entire operation. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. Now, before I present all of those who have come here with resolutions and certificates,